What's up, the John Squad? This is John Pilling here, your YouTube World Heavyweight Champion here on YouTube, and I'm coming to my WWE Monday Night Raw review for April 22nd, 2019. So let's do the Charlie John Squad. So we kicked off WWE Monday Night Raw with Triple H, then Seth Rollins comes out and Rollins talks about that this is his home state and talks about WrestleMania, and he slayed the beast and brought the title home. That's what he did. And Triple H talks to Seth and talks to him that he walked into WrestleMania as the Kingslayer, and then he walked out as WrestleMania as the Beast Slayer. But now the landscape has changed, and that he is the leader of the barrier, and that the whole world is against him for him. So Seth talks about the Money in the Bank contract, about him, that he will not get cashed in again like he did in the past. So that's what he says. So then what happens next is that Triple H says that we're going to find out who is going to challenge him tonight for his Universal Championship. So then Samoa Joe comes out and talks to Seth Rollins and Triple H and just cuts a promo. So then Rey Mysterio comes out and talks to Samoa Joe and says to Seth Rollins that it's going to be him versus it's going to be Seth versus him at the Money in the Bank. So then we had Drew McIntyre comes out and cuts a promo and says that he doesn't care whoever it is and that it is his time. So The Miz comes out and just cuts a little bit of a promo and talks to Seth Rollins and all of those other opponents. Then Baron Corbin comes out and just cuts a promo. So then AJ Styles finally comes out and he just cuts a promo and talks about how he's on Raw and just tells Baron Corbin to be quiet and just cuts a promo and says that at the end of the day it's going to be him versus Seth Rollins at the Money in the Bank. And then Seth Rollins says, "This, I don't care whoever it is. That's why I'm going to burn it down, and that's why I am going to retain this title." So that's what he does right there. So then the first match on Raw was a triple threat match to see who is going to advance on to the main event to face to see who's going to challenge Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship at Money in the Bank. So we had Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe, and the winner was and gets to advance on to the main event later on tonight to see who gets to face Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship at Money in the Bank is none other than AJ Styles. So then the second match on Raw was Naomi versus Billie Kay, and the winner was Naomi. Then the third match on Raw was a triple threat match to see who gets to fight AJ Styles, to see who gets to fight Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank, and we had The Miz versus Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin, and the winner who gets to fight AJ Styles in the main event of Raw is none other than Baron Corbin. I was surprised by that one right there. I thought it was going to be Drew McIntyre, but no, it was Baron Corbin. So we had an in-ring promo on Raw with Sami Zayn, and he talks about the city, and then he talks about weeks. He tells everyone about the truth, and then he talks about that when he was recovering from shoulder injury, that he's been pity, and that he shows images what he's did on his time off, from images from his Instagram account, what he did and the places he visits. So then he and that he was living a good life until he came back to the WWE. That's what Sami Zayn says, and that his return to the WWE was making him sick, and the fans. And guess who was making him sick? It was the fans, everyone. So that's what he does, and I guess Sami Zayn does not like us, so that's the way he leaves it at that, son. The next match on SmackDown was Cedric Alexander versus Cesaro, and the winner was Cesaro. And he is now on Raw too, by the way, Cesaro. The fifth match we were going to have on Raw was the Lucha House Party versus the Viking Raiders, who are now not anymore the Viking Experience, changed their name now to the Viking Raiders. And this match does not happen at all because the Viking Raiders beat up on the Lucha House Party, because this match does not happen because the Viking Raiders took out the Lucha House Parties before the match even begun. Before the bell can even ring in. That's what happens in that segment. And Becky Lynch just cuts a promo, talks to Lacey Evans, says that Money in the Bank, that she will pay her debt and that she will retain her belt. And that's what happens there. So then another match on Raw was Becky Lynch versus Alicia Fox, and the winner was Becky Lynch. Then after the match, Lacey Evans knocks out Becky Lynch with a punch. Then she delivers another knockout punch to Becky Lynch, and that's what happens in the segment. So then another match on Raw was Ricochet versus Robert Roode, who's not going by Bobby Roode anymore, who's now going by Robert Roode. And the winner was Robert Roode. And then, all of a sudden, now, they start to air this pretty weird thing that they aired. They had a Firefly Funhouse with Bray Wyatt, and this was pretty weird. And I don't even know what this was all about, but I didn't really get it, and I just thought that this was like, this can be really interesting with the new Bray Wyatt character. So, and by the way, it was #1 trend on Twitter yesterday, so I was like saying like, wow, this is just something. Like, I was just looking at my TV last night like this. So anyway, we're gonna go on to the main event. So the main event we had on Raw was AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin, and to face Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank for the Universal Championship. And the winner was, and gets to face Seth Rollins at the Money in the Bank, is none other than AJ Styles. He gets to fight Seth Rollins at the Money in the Bank for the Universal Championship. Then after the match, Seth Rollins comes out to the ring, stares down AJ Styles, puts his hand out, and they both shake each other's hands. And that's what happens to WWE Monday Night Raw last night, with Seth Rollins and AJ Styles shaking each other's hands. So, once again, the John Squad, please like this video, leave your comments down below, and subscribe for more. You're the best of John Squad. You're one of a kind. Love each and every single one of you all. Don't forget to slap a like on this video, leave your comments down below what you thought about this episode of Raw last night, and subscribe for more. What a weird Bray Wyatt segment we had last night that they aired, and subscribe for more. Peace out, the John Squad. And when you subscribe, you become a champion here on this channel. Peace.